And up next is on building a seamless transformational roadmap by Narayanan Iyer, Head GTM, Business Development and Demand, SAP India. The session will provide us insights on how a roadmap for a successful digital transformation should be drafted with SAP services. Welcome, Narayanan.
Good evening, everybody. The last session, you and me between the cocktails and the drinks today is the next 20 minutes. I'll try to make it as entertaining for you as possible. That is a promise, okay? I'll do my best. Now, you heard Sashank speak about SAP being there with you with asset performance management and doing all of those things. The previous session, you heard about the tools, which was Linux, Signavio, WalkMe, and all of that, right? Now, the ones who bring all of them to life for our customers is the services organization in SAP. And I stand here representing services for you from SAP. I'll give you a couple of minutes of overview on where services is today and how far we have walked this journey with SAP. Over 50 years, we are now around 54 years. Services has been there along with the product of SAP. Today the organization is 50,000 plus and it is the largest board area within SAP. Okay? Just within those 50 plus thousand customer employees within SAP, there are about 28,000 consultants of SAP who are the ones who really bring the software to life. So, the journey that we talk about, customer success journey and the journey of success is the process through which these consultants make it happen. Okay? The application portfolio of SAP today is broadly the largest application portfolio of anybody under this world. Okay? And from an SAP services perspective, we have more than 500 SKUs that we manage. Now, making all of this happen, how we do it and what we do is what we will see in the next few minutes. The other key thing is how we services as an organization have evolved over time, where we traditionally focused on the prime time consulting, which primarily is project based consulting, where we scope, price, time and do all of that, completely transitioning from there, which is the elephant, completely transitioning from there into a cloudify model of servicing our customers. The other key thing is bringing all of these expertise that we have by implementing for thousands of customers across the globe, packaging it into consumable solutions and making it available to the ecosystem, which is our customers and our partners. Today we have over 25,000 partners globally, over 1,000 partners in APAC region. Our objective clearly is one: collaborate to make everybody successful. Bring the best practices, bring the intelligence that we have within the work that we have done over this last 50 plus years, cloudify them, package them in a way that is consumable for our customers and our partners. And that is what I'll discuss with you over the next few minutes, if that lends a basic introduction of what services is for you. Now, in the world of cloud, we have a few challenges as we go about our implementations. You also heard, I think, from the previous session, where the challenges with implementation, challenges with go live and customer satisfaction and success, right? And we know that we hear good reports of Gartner and all of that, where the implementation success rates are typically low, okay? Where services gets involved in any form, whether it is in a full end-to-end form or whether it is in part or it is supporting you from the back. One thing we ensure for you, customers and partners and the world is to make the project successful. That is a minimum motto with which we engage. In the world of cloud, the biggest challenge we have, or the number one challenge we have, is retention. The ability, the customers have a choice to cut off, right? What I mean by that is, if the software does not provide for the ROI that it has promised you when you bought it, the customer has a choice now versus the on-prem world to cut off, right? And so the biggest challenge is to retain, the biggest challenge is to make sure the customers are adopting the software, using it to its fullest, realizing the ROI that was promised in day one when they bought the software, and making it happen. Okay? The next is, we hear a lot about clean core, right? And clean core is more easier said than really done. Is it a reality? Yes, it is. It has to be a reality. In the world of cloud, if we do the same customizations that we did in the world of on-prem, we are not realizing the value of cloud. So clean core is a reality. Making it happen is where you need the expertise. SAP Services brings you the tools to make it happen. Whether SAP is doing it, the partner is doing it, or even the customer has got the expertise to do it, SAP Services provides you the tools to make it happen, to automate it, to bring the information, bring the knowledge, bring the intelligence, to allow you to make the decisions of what to keep, what to retain, what to refactor. Okay? The next primary thing is I told you about this implementations done over the world, right? The best practices. There is a lot of intelligence that has been captured through all of these implementations done, the transformation programs that has been undertaken for different customers in India, in APAC, across the world. The key is to bring them as best practices for anybody, be it a small customer, be it a medium-sized customer, be it a large customer. How we do that, and that is what I will show you in the next few slides. Leave all the text on the side, just focus on the center. Okay? I think I told you that we have over 500 SKUs. These 500 SKUs are active service solutions that we bring to the market, which has more than a minimum threshold of revenue potential. That primarily gets packaged into 6 categories. And what you see there in those blocks are those 6 categories. The ones on top, PS and PE. PS primarily means primary consulting, okay, professional services. P is premium engagement. Everything else that you see at the bottom, the 4, the PRS, CAS, CDS and the TNA are the Cloudify services, which means we have taken all of those intelligence and converted them into Cloudify solutions. So if you see the whole portfolio and if you see the bag of the 500 SKUs today, primarily the largest component of SAP services, which really was the elephant in the room before, has become cloudified. So most of it is consumable as normal cloud solutions. How they stack up across the Activate framework. The most key thing is, Activate framework, I think all of you know what it really means, is the way and the means with which we bring software to life for our customers, right? One other thing I should tell you is, while you know that within SAP, broadly there are 3 organizations: software, development, sales and services. There used to be a time when they used to be different. Today, services and product development have a very cohesive structure in which we work together and we are aligned within those board areas as well. And why do I say that? The reason is, whenever now in this last 1 to 2 years, any new product that gets launched into the market from SAP has got an Activate framework embedded within the product. So it is not part of the implementation anymore. This is very, very important to know. Activate framework is not part of an implementation process alone, siloed. Activate framework is part of your base product. So when a product gets developed, when a product is being engineered, when a product is being designed, Activate framework is built into it. And that makes Activate framework even more powerful. That was the basis with which, if you see those cloud pictures on the side or on some of them, how we really make it happen, and we don't keep it isolated, separate as solutions and products that come and play with you. We make it part of the entire product structure itself. So fundamentally, those 6 solution structures which I told you, how they get broken down into the Activate framework. On the top you see is the premium engagement, basically the premium service from SAP. We know SAP consulting cost rates are probably one of the highest in the world, but that premium service remains that way. It is for customers who ask and demand premium engagements, prepared to pay the cost and get the ROI back from that, but invest in that large scale transformation. That remains across the entire Activate framework, across any part of the cycle. Okay? The next one is preferred success. Preferred success also, if you see, is banded across the Activate framework, but there is a difference. Preferred success is advisory service. Premium engagement was where if I was a consultant, I would be with you and I would provide you my services with you, working with you alongside. Therefore, the cost of me being with you and giving you my entire time is very high. But if I could package what I know, imagine this, this is true. If I could package what I know and offered you as a service, and I say you can take this and you can actually implement this and you don't need to depend on me anymore, but there are 100 people there who have the same skill set as I do and it can come to you in that form. That is preferred success and we call it advisory. So we are not there with you on site, but we are there with you through the entire project time frame from the time that you onboarded the software till the time you run the contract for the next 3 to 5 years. Preferred success is co-termed with your BOQ, which is your bill of material, as a percentage of your total cost, and it's a line item in the BOQ that you buy. So no separate SOW, no separate contracting. It is like you're buying a license BOQ, a line item. So if you subscribed to preferred success, you subscribe to a set of services that SAP brings to you in life through that entire time frame that you contract for. And I'll show you what preferred success means. Cloud application services is, I want to keep it simple, therefore I'm saying AMS converted into a cloudify model is what cloud application service is. It is not as simple as that. It's basically saying, hey Mr. Customer, you give all the pains of your operations to us beyond what the standard RISE will do, and we are there with you thick and thin 24/7, and we take care of that for you. We drive an SLA with you and we make sure that happens throughout. I'll show you that also. Professional services is standard consulting. We all know what that is. The next one is cloud development. Remember I told you that the integration between services and product development is so thick. Today, a part of the product development organization reports into the board area of services. Okay? What we do is, in spite of we talking clean core and we are saying keep standard and doing everything, we know that there will be certain portions that we will have to develop beyond what the standard software is. But keeping to the true spirits of clean core, the way to develop is services organization of SAP today does what a product development does. It will provide you development, not customizations, not the object that you normally do with customizations, the actual product development as it is done in the product development organization, but provide you that as a service. Okay? Last, training and adoption. Making sure that our consultants, be it with our partners or our customers, are fully trained, certified to make the whole adoption process and journey successful. Now I'll go a bit fast from here, given that I've given you the basic intro and the structure of what we do as services. Now, we took these 4 Cloudify services, gave it to an independent researcher like Forrester and told them, you go ahead, and we have been doing this for the last 3-4 years. You go out to the market with our customers, do an independent research and tell us what do we find out there. We know what it is, but we want an independent research. What you see at the bottom, look at the numbers. I won't read all of them. I don't typically like to read. But if you look at the last, which is 4.7, a 4.7 NPS for a service product organization is huge, and I'll tell you on what base it gets calculated. Okay, not full numbers but part numbers. So just the preferred success alone, we manage over 3 billion ACV globally for over 3,000 customers. Add to that cloud application services, training and adoption, and cloud services development. we are managing close to 4 to 5 billion ACV every year for over 4 to 5,000 customers. And the NPS that you see there, 4.7 is for that, is for those customers. We document and we actually say that if you have cloudify services, your renewal, which means your retention percentile points grows by plus 10%. Okay, that is what you get. So, the 4 things: preferred success, cloud services development, cloud application services and learning. I have given you a brief, I will now go into the details. Now, what is preferred success? Now, we know that with all the LOB solutions in SAP, the cloud LOB solutions, there are release cycles that happen every quarter. Now, with 4, 5 LOB solutions, broadly the large ones that you have, imagine you getting those release cycles happening every quarter. Thousands of innovations hitting the door of your customers and the partners, but not really being able to realize value out of that. Preferred success, make sure that for you as a customer contextually, that value gets realized. They actually will give you an entire set to say, this is the release of which this applies to you and this is how you implement and you go with it, and they will give you an expert advice of how to make it happen. Tickets will get accelerated. Response to the tickets will get accelerated by over 50%. So, what used to happen in 1 day will happen in half a day. If it was happening in 4 days, it will happen in 2 days. If it was happening in 4 hours, it will happen in 2 hours. You will get a dedicated customer success expert, a named expert who will be there with you throughout the journey of that period of 3, 4, 5 years, making sure that the entire expertise of SAP is available with you. Success check, planning checks all the way from onboarding to your solutioning, blueprinting, go live, pre-go live, go live, post-go live, okay, and all of that, and the product releases, and providing you key expert support to also make it happen, and so on. I have to go through a bit faster. So, preferred success is available, as you can see, across all of these products. I told you it is co-termed with the license. So, every product that you have, every LOB solution that you have has got preferred success. Cloud application services, very simply, it is simplified management of cloud landscape. We are there with you 24/7. It's an ability for you to scale up through the process and run simple and run faster. How it gets stacked across the RISE framework? The key thing is, what I am showing you here is, if you are a RISE customer, all the services that you are entitled from SAP and the services that you would want to do anyway. Okay, the one at the bottom that you see is standard RISE. It is entitlement. You get it as part of the standard RISE framework. What you see above are the ones where it is through CAS and what you and the partners would do, right, or even SAP. The ones that you see in the turquoise right at the center, which is the application technical layer, and that is all the set of CAS services. It is available in a package of 2, fixed and custom. It is available for RISE, it is available for all of the LOB solutions as well. Development. The reasons why we would want to develop even on a standardized software or even on a clean core model will be the innovation, the functional gaps specific to the country, to the product and things like that, and special interfaces that we will want to develop. Okay. I will give you a quick tip on what is happening and coming from within SAP. If you heard today, I do not know, I came a bit late, I had some meetings in the morning. So, when we started last year, we were at 30 UI AI use cases. When we finished last year, we were 130 AI use cases. When we finish this year, we will be more than 400 AI use cases. Now, imagine at that speed that we are bringing things to the market, the innovations to the market, for you to be able to consume them, you will need SAP to work along with you to drive that kind of development. And that is what CSD, or the Services Development Organization, does. Finally, the last one. There is an SAP board policy on certification that has got announced, and I will tell you what that is very shortly, very briefly. There are 3 parts to it. By the 31st of March, every consultant out there who has got a certification has to be recertified, else the certification will become invalidated. 2, by the mid of this year, that is by July, every RISE consultant out there will need to be fully certified to make sure that they have all the required expertise to deliver SAP. By the end of the year, 50% of all the partner consultants that we have globally will have to be certified. By next year, it's 100%, which means we are bringing out a program sponsored through the board that every SAP consultant out there, wherever they are, will be 100% certified on SAP solutions within this year and the next. And how that happens is by not two, but the later one, but by these fundamental solutions. SAP now is like an LMS, but integrated with the application product line. So anything that you develop through an SAP LMS is integrated through the SAP product line and it is available to you. It is TSIS Star Award 2019, which means what it means is fundamentally it has been recognized as one of the best course developing application models. Okay. Again, everything that you see here is Forrester independent research. I'll go to the next one, and this is what I was referring to in terms of certification. Learning Hub. We have over 700,000 learners as of date, and it provides an ROI of 729%. We have not said this. It's Forrester through independent research. I don't know which other solution in the world gives you such level of an ROI. Okay. So we are going to get all of the consultants out there certified by the end of the year. This is what it provides: a learning content, which means more than 4,000 learning solutions, learning journeys. You can choose who you want to become and what you want to do. It will automate and provide you a learning journey. It provides you a platform like a demo room or like a sandbox for you to kind of play up with those solutions, and certification as well, and multiple attempts at certification. Okay. Here are some of the customers in the area of mills, mining and metals and building materials and chemicals for preferred success across APAC, okay, across these Cloudify solutions. And SAP, like I said, we are there with our customers thick and thin, and this is what we have on the premium engagement sector across max attention, active attention, value assurance, and for RISE projects, where we as SAP stand for our customers, stand for our partners, making the journey successful, ensuring that the ROI that the customer expected day one gets delivered. Thank you. That's all I wanted to tell you about services.
Thank you, Narayan. A well-defined transformational roadmap is definitely essential for achieving digital success. With that, we have arrived to the end of our eventful day. And while I'll take your leave, I would like to thank you for being an amazing set of audience. And before we part from this session, I would like to call upon Manoj, my dear colleague Manoj Narang, Chemical Industry APAC Lead at SAP. While you're welcoming, ladies and gentlemen, please do give yourself a huge round of applause for being amazingly interactive. Manoj.
Thank you all for joining us to this Industry Innovation Day covering the 4 industries. And with this, I will say that, thank you all for coming to the Innovation Day, and to all the speakers for helping us to create such an eventful, event with the customer stories, success which we have seen. And from my side, I will say that this has been a very eventful event. Lot of questions, lot of insights you have got today which you can use in your organization. Look forward to further engagements with you. The bar will be opening shortly. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.